You've shared with her. I thought about this, about the reward for finishing. The reward for finishing. This apostle helps us understand that serving the Lord will pay off. Not just after a while, but it'll do it right now. He has us to understand life has been described in multiplicity of ways, variety of ways, as a race. Life is described as a course, as a fight, as a walk, as a journey. Many different ways we see life, as a vapor, and etc. But the apostle says that when we come to the end of it, knowing that we didn't come here to stay, that we ought to have something to look forward to. That's it. He's informed us in Hebrews 9:27. It's appointed unto man once to die, and after death comes the judgment. Since we didn't come to stay, we ought to be careful about what to do while we're here. Not about how long we live, but how well. We have nothing to do with the time of birth. We have nothing to do with the time of death, but that's in between. That in our control to a large degree. What we do with the time that we have is left up to us. Yes, sir. And so Mark said it this way in Mark 8:36, and while you are here, what would it profit a man to gain the whole world and then lose his soul? When we look at the life, the legacy, the example, I love Sister Articque has left on record and left behind. Many people are pursuing things. All right. Things. Get all that you can. Many people are pursuing possessions and money to define life and the success that life affords. But she was rich. Not in houses and land. Been well said. She was rich with love, joy, peace. Those things that will be counted in the end. And so the apostle said, I'm ready. I'm ready. And I tell you, Sister Articque was ready. When you look at life and the things that we start, sometimes we give up, sometimes we'll give out, sometimes we'll quit, we'll stop, but there's a reward for finishing. And I think I'll tell you in passing, if you are able to say what Paul said, what she could have said, if you're going to be ready, there's some things you got to do. One of the things you got to do to get ready is you got to confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart God has raised him from the dead. In order to get ready, you got to lay aside every weight and sin that does so easily beset you from running the race that is before you. Look unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. You got to run in the faith. It was well said that not only did she usher faithfully here and serve faithfully here, she was an usher even back there. Just ready, making herself ready. But then he not only said, I'm ready up because the time of my departure is at hand. And I tell you, it will come. It will come. It will come for all of us. We got to get out of here. And it's sooner than many of us might believe, because there are leaks in this old building. And our souls have got to move. Paul said, if If you're going to get ready, you got to work.